Hi, I'm Patrick Dooley. I'm the Senior Product Manager for GitLab's Ecosystem Group, and this is our 13.0 kickoff. We're going to talk about the work that we'll be doing over the next month, touching on our continued progress on mass integrations, some changes to our Jira integration, and the work that we're doing on our Pajamas design system. So at first, this is not work that we're doing in 13.0, it's work that we just completed, but Libor just did a UX showcase where our UX team walks through some of the design work that they're doing, and he was walking through the mass integrations design that was recently completed. So this is work that we're starting to implement, but in particular I wanted to highlight it because this is stuff that's been our topic for months now, and we now have a full end-to-end walkthrough of what that workflow is going to look like. So that's really exciting, and this is also going to be the basis for all the UI work that we'll be doing over the next couple of milestones. So I'll make sure to link that in the description for anyone who's interested. It's also on our GitLab Unfiltered account, so you can also find it there, along with a lot of other really interesting UX work that our team does. Also, in regards to the mass integration work, so mass integration is going to allow you to integrate at an instance level, which historically has been done with service templates. So we'd like to create a design. In this instance, we're going to be doing a design first, and then we'll go build it, but a design for a tool that allows you to migrate from service templates to instance integrations. So what that would look like is something that takes those configured values, deletes the service template, creates an instance integration with those values, and then goes and removes those values from each of the individual projects. So we walk through the use case here and the proposed design in this issue. I think this is going to be really valuable. We have a lot of customers who are currently using service templates to try to integrate many projects, and it's not a great experience for them. And that's the reason we've been working on mass integrations for a while. So I think this is going to be an awesome add-on that we'll implement after we launch mass integration. This will be like the next iteration past it. So this is going to be super exciting. I'm really interested in seeing what this ends up looking like. Additionally, this is an old request, being able to look at all projects that have a specific service that's been enabled. Well, that was a little more complicated because the way that we integrated projects or integrated services was on a project-by-project basis. So again, now that we have mass integration, this idea that a group can have a bunch of integrations all in one place, this becomes more and more relevant. So we're going to revisit this in 13.0 with more design work. We're also working on making Jira transition IDs easier to configure. And I know we talked about this a few milestones ago when the design work kicked off for it. And the problem, just to recap, is when you configure your Jira integration, it looks a little like this. And your transition ID is this, which is, to be perfectly honest, inscrutable, right? So it just says Jira issue transition, which, by the way, if you've never been a Jira admin, you almost certainly don't know what a transition is, let alone why it's a to, right? So that's really confusing. And for those who don't know, a transition is when you move something from, say, to do to doing, right? You've transitioned the state. So to do doing is one transition, doing done is another transition. And what we're expecting here is for you to put the ID numbers for each one of those transitions in there, and that's a terrible experience. So we've been working on figuring out what that could look like. We've got some mock-ups here where we look at all of the different transitions that could be there and create and offer a UI that allows you to easily select which ones are relevant to your project. So that wraps it up for the work we're doing in integrations. So the front-end UX foundations category also owns the Pajamas design system. So these are the components that are coming in 13.0. I think they're super exciting. In particular, forms is really cool. Now, I was a designer for a long time. Forms were the bane of my existence for many years. I expect that to be a really exciting component that's going to generate a lot of really great value throughout the application. It'll be a really widely used component. So I think that's some really awesome work. And to be clear, the work that's being done here is spread all throughout the organization. So the Pajamas design system is used by front-end engineers and UX designers all throughout GitLab. Now, the front-end UX Foundations team is the stewards of that design system, but the work actually gets done all over the place. So thank you to all the people who are contributing, collaborating in all of these different issues, making these components, and then going and implementing them. This work allows the GitLab application to be more maintainable, more accessible. It allows us to be more modern and flexible, and that's really important work going forward. So thanks to everybody involved. It's awesome that everybody's getting in and working on this together. So that's it. That's what we're working on in 12.10. I'm sorry, in 13.0. Excuse me. So that's what we're working on in 13.0. We're really excited to start closing down the mass integration work that we're doing. We can't wait to ship that. We're hoping we can make Jira easier for everybody, and we're hoping we can make the GitLab application more stylish and awesome and easier to use and accessible for everybody. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great one.